Hey, thanks for stopping by. So in this video, I'm going to share with you what has helped me in the past to kind of reset my momentum in life. And I find that 3 days really works very well for this. I like to call this a 3-day reset model that I do personally in case things get a little bit overwhelmed and my life needs to be realigned, moving towards that North Star. So the first things first is it starts with the nighttime. So how you sleep at night is incredibly important. So the first thing that I would always do is I would take a pen and paper, right? And I'll take that pen and paper and I'll write down my goal. I'll write down a goal that I have, and this goal has to be big. It has to scare me in a certain way. And it can't have a linear path to get there. It has to be big enough that you have to figure out getting there. And that is that goal. And so my goal is going to be different from you. And I suggest you write that goal down with a pen and paper. You put your phone away, you write your goal down. And when you write your goal down, write the first step that you need to take to get to your goal. Once that is complete, I want you to take your phone back out and I want you to have a look at your appointments for tomorrow. And so what I do is that the night before, I have a look at all my appointments. I make sure that all of the appointments are written in my calendar, just so that I don't have to think about it when the day comes. And when I wake up in the morning, I know that once I open up my calendar, I can just follow through with every single appointment that I need to go to. And most of the time when I do this, I am on time to all these appointments. I find myself being late to appointments if I don't have it on my calendar and I just leave it up to memory. And just putting it in your brain leaves a lot of mental real estate for creativity and moving towards your goal. And it takes away real estate from that. So it's very important that you kind of leave the guesswork out of it, especially for your calendar and your plans for the next day. So what you do is you take your phone out, you write your appointments, and then you leave it. So the two things that you do the night before for this 3-day reset is you take your goal, you write your goal down with pen and paper, and you take that first step you write down that first step on how to get there. The next thing is you have to get your appointment down. You have to see what you have to do, the commitments you have to complete for tomorrow, and then that is it for day one. You go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and it begins. Try to find about 5 minutes or maybe 10 minutes the next day before your day actually starts. So what I mean by that is you wake up in the morning, maybe you do your morning routine. And if you have access to this, you go out to somewhere that's quiet. You listen to the wind, listen to the crickets. You feel that sunlight touch your skin. And I want you to try to practice this concept of visualization. Now, visualization is a very, very powerful tool that a lot of people underutilize. And there's a lot of neuroscience that backs up visualization and how it helps you get to your goal. It changes your neurochemistry. When you have a clear vision in mind on what you need to do, how you want to achieve it, you actually become more successful in achieving it in a more timely manner than you would think. Now, for example, when you are trying to visualize your goal, now you have that goal that you wrote yesterday night. That goal that you write out, you put it out in front of you, you read that note, and you close your eyes and you try to envision that path trying to get there. The clearer you try to the clearer you try to paint the picture for the path to get there, the better it will be. Now, there are so many people who practice visualization in their respective sports. Conor McGregor, for example, there are even Formula One athletes that practice this. Like, for example, Conor McGregor, what he did was when he won one of his first world title, he would visualize his opponent. He would visualize the move that the opponent will do and how he would counteract that shot. And he saw it in his mind over and over and over again. And finally, when it came down for the fight itself, the opponent did that move and he executed that counter shot perfectly. Because why? he had that vision in mind that this was going to happen. All right. It kind of manifests your reality when you have this vision. And another example is there's a video of a Formula One driver literally closing his eyes and imagining a circuit that he did. What was the steps that he would do? Downshifting here, upshift there, press the gas pedal here, release the gas pedal, press the brakes, and memorizing every single turn, the degree of the turn. And the clearer he had this vision in mind, the more successful he is and would be when comes race day. So do not underestimate the power of visualization. Take this visualization seriously. And the goal that you set for yourself last night, that is what you need to align yourself with. So take 5 to 10 minutes, visualize what you need to do, and then carry on with your day. After you carry on with your day, you reach every single appointment, and hopefully you manage to reach every single appointment on time. You end the day, all right? And you end the day the same way you started day 0. You go back, you have a look at your appointments, you have a look at your goal, and you have that one step getting to your goal. Now, you need to think about what you just did that day. What did you manage to accomplish? If this goal is very important to you, which it should be, you need to be doing at least one small thing to get you towards your goal. It is incredibly important that you make steps every single day to get you towards your goal. And if you look back in your entire day with all of the appointments that you had to do, and none of it was contributing to you getting towards your goal, then you are wasting your time. You need to be ruthless with your schedule, and you need to be ruthless with your time. And in order to do that, is you need to have an honest review on what it is that you're doing and how are you spending your time. So the next night, so the day 1 is you take your pen and paper out, you take a look at the goal that you set and that first step that you need to make. And you have a look at the appointments for the very next day. And once you have a look at that appointment for the very next day, you make sure that you adhere to it, and you make sure that you put in your schedule at least one thing to get you towards your goal. And then you go to sleep. The next day, you wake up. This is day 2. The next day, you wake up, you practice the same habit. You find a quiet space that's conducive for your thoughts, a place where you can visualize. And once you're able to visualize that goal that you have in mind, every single day, you think about that same visualizing picture over and over again. What's it going to look like? How's it going to feel? The more I feel statements that you can make from this visualized picture, the clearer it will be in your brain. How is it going to feel? The emotions that you will get out of it. What are the scents that you will smell? What is the sensation is it going to be? What is the day going to be like? Is it going to be raining? Is it going to be snowing? Is it going to be sunny? The day is up to you to create. And when you create this visualized picture, it is going to be clearer and clearer every single day. And you need to spend a lot of effort into perfecting this picture in your mind. All right. So when you sit down for the second time, visualizing your goal, you really need to pay attention to the details in this picture. After you finish that, again, 5 to 10 minutes, you carry on with your day and you go on through your schedule. After you're done with that, the nighttime begins again, and then you practice another review. The review is, did you or did you not spend any time moving towards your goal? Did you take that one step forward? If you did, great. If you did not, don't be so hard on yourself. You have another day to realign. The day 3 is exactly the same, but the main key ingredient that I feel works best for this realignment is that if you take this seriously, if you create that vision in your mind, if you have this idea of what's going to happen, how is it going to happen, and the steps you need to take to get you to this place, that right there is enough for you to set momentum into doing something. Okay? You need to constantly revisit this picture. And you have to understand that getting to this goal of yours is not going to come overnight. Your entire life cannot change overnight. And when you take away things from your schedule, when you take away things from your commitments that is not related towards your goal, that is going to take time. If you have responsibilities, you have to slowly learn and readjust and recourse, reroute to get yourself to move towards your goal. Practice this, create this environment in your brain, and you will find that getting to your goal and your life's purpose will become so much more fulfilling. I hope this helps. I'll see you in the next video.